Welcome back to beautiful Sunset Beach. This is the Vans World Cup of Surfing, Round 4, Heat 4. Superstars in the lineup for 30 minutes, starting with Nat Young, Tori Meister, Adrian Ace Buchan, and Dane Reynolds. Chris Cote here with Pete Mel, and we're right into it. This is Tori Meister, a bona fide Triple Crown threat. Anytime he enters, starts off with a small wave, and here goes Santa Cruz local, Nat Young. He has been a standout on the World Championship Tour for the better part of the last 3 years with turns like that. That patented Nat Young Cobra hook, a venomous turn whenever he winds up and gets into the lip. Very fun surfer to watch on his backhand, unless of course you're in the heat with him, and then it's very scary, Pete.
Yeah, it is. And if you take a look here of Dane Reynolds during the break, starts off, big roundhouse cutback, sit next to the foam and looking for that first section to really lay into it, which he does, and somehow hangs on and kicks out. You can see a little bit disgruntled by the fact that it didn't come out as smooth as he would have liked, but I love Nat Young's attempt here. Nice first turn, lots of water flying off way up high in the lip, and then again a little bit more critical. Air drops down and pulls it off. Not a huge wave, but two solid turns.
Well, of course, Dane Reynolds, Team Vans.
It's that much into his surfing that it's like, hey, if it's just even a little bit of a bobble or anything like that, he's like, oh, it's not perfect. Let's go and keep working at it.
And here he goes again, Dane Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
Late drop straight into a cavernous tube. It lurched, it threw, it engulfed Dane Reynolds.
Holy mackerel.
Ace Buchan now, the swell, pulsing for this heat. Nice opening backside carve. Trying to get around this section, back onto the face. Perfectly placed backside snap. A little bit of a free fall as he comes back down. One more turn for Ace Buchan. He's out. Great start for Ace. Scores coming in. Nat Young, his first wave. Sizable, a 7.83. Tori Meister with a 2.5. Dane Reynolds with a 5.33. 25 minutes, 20 seconds ago. Have a look at this wipeout.
Watch this. So he's all forward on his board. Everything's stuff in there. He's almost got it, but then that warble and literally just put him, as you see that wave, unloads on the inside bowl. I'm sure he got a little bit pounded right there. And then behind him, Ace Buchan, look at this first turn, lays into it, just the huge arc. Critical. Saw he had to go back to his tippy toes here. Gets around the section again. Another nice turn to back it up. That's going to be a good score for Ace. Just stuffs his nose on that last final maneuver, but 2 turns on the outside.
Yellow board for a long time now, running blue. Anything behind the color change?
Yeah, well, you know, after J-Bar I was pretty freaked out, so yeah, changed to blue and so a little less freaked out.
Alrighty, well the color's working out in the water, keeping you safe, and you're definitely ripping. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, and I just want to say congratulations to Chris and Moore winning yesterday. It was amazing.
Spectacular event.
Absolutely. And see how some of those waves were so perfect. I mean, how happy are the women to have Honolulu Bay?
Whoa. Threading the needle. Tori Meister from the outside. Now he's looking to bank hard, carving back into this section, looking for one more turn. Kind of settles for a little bit of a kind of awkward foam climb, but got a nice little thread the needle tube on that outside section. Haven't seen too many of those yet this morning. 21 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Dane Reynolds, 5.33, backing it up with a 4. Take a look at this quick high line tube, Tori Meister.
Nice work on the inside bowl, picks it up real quick, then lays into the round carve. See where the judges put this in the scale, goes up vertical, but can't pull that last maneuver off. Was a nice little barrel. Short though, so we'll see what the judges think.
World title very soon. Having a look was Dane Reynolds. He's in 3rd priority, so he'll most likely drop to 4th priority. All 4 surfers kind of scattered in the lineup.
Ooh, here we go, Nat Young.
Here goes Nat Young on his backhand. Watch for the hook. Starts it off, extended carve. Gets down to the bottom of this nice looking wave. Straight up under the lip. Wow, Nat Young in harm's way. Throws a speed turn for the ages. Comes down with the lip, pulls it off. Can't quite handle the 3rd turn. 2 nice turns for Nat Young. You've got a 7.83 already. That's going to be a solid backup score for your surfer in red. 16 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Another set pulsing through the lineup.
I feel like it's a little bit of an opportunity missed there. He needed to complete that last move to be a true score that he could even, make sure that he's going to get through this heat. So he walks a nice late drop, gets the lip landing on his heels, keeps his balance. Nice arc to start this wave off on a section that really didn't have a ton of opportunity. And then here, he wanted to lay into that thing, but that section stretched out, so he had to kind of turn underneath it. So again, like that speed carve. And then here, he needed to complete that move to really be a solid backup score, because Ace already has an 8.27.
Absolutely right. Could have been an opportunity missed for Nat Young. I like the reaction. You saw what his intent was going into that second turn. Had to settle for that kind of under the lip down carve. We'll see what Ace Buchan did on the wave right behind that.
Yeah, he had to chase it down here, so the opportunity is only going to be on the inside. He weights it off the bottom here. You see all the gurgles from the inside bowl section. Just the one carve, so I think Ace is going to be in the similar situation as Nat. He's going to get back out there. As you can see, it looks like bigger set waves, and hopefully we see some barrels when the tide starts to move out in the inside bowl.
We're at 11 minutes, 45 seconds go. Having a look, it's Dane Reynolds. Nice smooth takeoff, rolling into this wave. Good line on it, big. Snapping first turn. It's around a big section. Gets through the whoop-de-doos, but then it's hit as he goes up into the lip. A little bit out of control. Dane Reynolds cannot complete his second maneuver. It's a good start to that wave, but a lot of warble coming up the face for Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, he needed to get his best wave yet in that one. So now he's going to be fighting from behind. That was a situation where he utilized his priority on a wave and is only going to receive a score that does not go into his top two. He needed to really, if he wanted to be competitively in this heat, he needed to rival a score of at least a 7.83 or an 8 like Ace has to be in contention in this heat, because now he's going to be battling from behind. Watch the replay here. Lays into that first turn, but first wave of the set, so there's a lot of bumps still left over on the face and not able to control that one. That wave kind of stretched out on him, and that was a really tough place to lay into a turn. And I think there's a few surfers in the first day that got 2 heats in, but the reality is now this is a whole different game when you come towards the latter half.
Dane Reynolds taking the high line. He squeaks through the barrel but cannot stay connected to his board. Oohs and ahs coming up through the crowd. They wanted to see Dane make that tube. We'll see what the judges say. Pete, a lot of guys in this event still going. I've definitely taken lumps on the previous days. These guys are coming into this final day beat up, having gone through some hard yards. We'll see what happened here with Dane Reynolds.
In the barrel, it comes out, and you can see his foot shifted and created him to be a bit off balance. Let's take a look here on the front-on angle. Tight barrel, so he has to go up real high. He's got all that speed, but right there he gets touched in the back and then in the front, and that was what knocked him off balance. A little kick to the back, a little punch to the gut.
All right, here we're getting down to it. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. This wave happened during that recap. Tori Meister.
Well, he does it on his first priority. Wasn't a bigger set wave, but he realizes that he's running out of time here, and he knew that this one was going to give him some solid potential for turns, and he goes and he does everything he can, gets his best wave, and look at that.
That was enough. It's a 6. Smart surfing from Tori Meister from the Big Island, Hawaii. Having a close look, these sets stacking up onto the horizon. We will get a ride out of this set, and it looks like it's going to be Tori Meister.
Inside ball, look at this.
Stalling for the tube. Keeps stalling. He's keep hunting the tube. He finds it. It's not long, but a critical section for Tori Meister. Right behind him, Dane Reynolds. Now he's looking for the tube. Dane pulls in. Can he squeak out? He does, powering his way through the whitewater, up into the lip. Goes for the spectacular finish, Dane Reynolds. No, Ace Buchan. Third wave of this set on his backhand, straight up in the lip. Gets hung up in the whitewater, cannot make it around.
Holy mackerel.
Wow, that's going to be a crazy couple of waves for the judges to look at.
Let's digest it here, right? So we saw an amazing wave by Tori Meister, but not super deep. But through that inside ball, it was dramatic. We're going to take a look at this one first. You can see that was the wave that actually Nat looked at, but it goes to the inside ball. And, the judge is there. He disappears for a moment. Will it better his 5.67, and then Dane on the next one. And this is heroics here. You see this wave unload on the inside reef. Big foam ball he has to pull through, and he somehow comes out and then goes for the Hail Mary. Can't pull that down.
You know, again, you look at that wave in hindsight. Could he have stalled more? Could he have done anything different? I think everything was right there. It's just the wave, you know, it looked like it was going to really pitch, but it just backed out. And now we have Dane Reynolds. This could be the knockout punch from behind. One more score to drop for Dane Reynolds in blue. He needs a 6.34. It's going to be much more than that. Dane Reynolds with an 8.83 jumps into the lead. Holy smokes. It takes one barrel, one section, and one wave to change everything. Dane Reynolds, the pull from behind victory.
And Nat Young was able to escape elimination as well. He goes to second, so he advances on. That last 5 minutes is always so exciting.
I love it. With the haymaker, Dane Reynolds takes the win.